Welcome everybody, Jake Kent with another episode all about hair systems. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell below to stay notified every time I post another video, coming twice a week. So today's video is going to be all about how to get the stink out of your hairpiece. So I want to tell you a little bit about this right now. I'm pushing my hair pieces to the absolute limit, right? I'm working out, doing CrossFit, bodybuilding every single day of the week, 7 days a week. That's right. And if you know CrossFit gyms, then you know for a fact that there is no air conditioning. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I live in Florida, which means that it's hot all year round. So what that boils down to is I am pushing these hair systems to their absolute limit. I'm pushing them as far as they can go, as far as the adhesives can work, because we know as adhesives heat up, they dissolve, right? And as they dissolve, you get goo, right? And as you get goo, well, if you feel like poo, because they completely destroy your system. The glue gets in the hair, the adhesive gets in the hair, and then it's just, man, it's not a fun time, right? So anyways, we've talked a little bit about how to work past the adhesive issue, or what's working for me. This video is going to be all about the problem of how do you get bacteria buildup outside of your piece. Now, I'm wearing a thin skin poly currently, and what I've found, now I've had this application on for about 3.5 weeks, which is the longest I've ever had a thin skin on. I've gone 3 weeks before, but I've never gone a full 4 weeks, which I'm going to get reinstalled this weekend, and I'll bring you guys along with me. What I've noticed this time is that I actually started to get some odor issues with my hair system. And you might have seen my last video, which was talking about how all I want to do right now is quit wearing these things. I want to shave it all off, right? And this has been the issue. So I went on a business trip, right, to Tallahassee, which is the state capital. And when I was there, one day I noticed that my hairpiece actually smelled a little bit. Like every once in a while I would get a waft of it, right? And it made me super self-conscious, because I was thinking, man, if I can smell it, can other people smell it? Now that day I did some crazy things, right? Like I went inside the bathroom and I put some of like the foam soap inside my hair. I'm just trying to mask the smell, right? And I've been dealing with this issue for the past week. Now, I resolved it for a single day by doing a deep wash with my shampoo. And if you'd like to know my shampoo, I'd love to show it to you guys. Leave a comment below saying like, hey, what's your shampoo? Maybe we'll get something set up. But here's the issue. That smell came back. And I don't know about you, but after all the problems that I've overcome, which if you're wearing hair systems right now, you probably will run into some problems. If you are currently wearing a hair system, did I just say that? I don't know. If you're not wearing, you will hit some problems. In a previous video, we have talked about something called the dip, right? Now what the dip is what happens after you start a new skill or take something on in your life. You make, if this is a graph, right, of skill level and your energy level and time, right? What happens is your energy level goes up for a short period of time because everything's new, everything's exciting, everything works, and it's super cool, and you're learning a lot. And then you hit this point where it's just a steep dive in energy, and you almost get like depressed. I've gotten depressed with this because I was running into some issues that I was not expecting, and I didn't know how to solve, and it was super hard, and I didn't feel like I could get it over with, right? So what happens is a lot of people give up in this dip. This is actually where a lot of people give up on hair systems, and understandably so. And then after this, you gain a ton more skill. You figure out how to solve the problem, and your energy level is super high because you're like, man, I solved the problem like Spider-Man. I can go out and sling webs all night, baby. Is that a metaphor for something sexual? I don't know. Just leave it alone. Anyways, so the remedy that I found, because the smell kept coming back, and I started reading about what the problem actually is. And the problem is bacteria, right? Which is the base of many different types of odor. It's the odor in our armpits. It's the odor inside of our other pits, inside of lots of different things, and it's the same thing with hair systems. If you don't wash your natural hair, you'll get bacteria buildup, which is naturally why it'll smell. As Curtis calls it, your bio hair will eventually smell. And reminding you once again, I'm working out every single day of the week, so I'm sweating profusely. Now, my regimen before, the keyword that I found is I was washing my hair with shampoo and conditioner every other day. But it still, for some reason, eventually became an issue. So I tried a bunch of things, right? I tried leaving the shampoo in for a long period of time, and unfortunately that didn't solve anything. So I searched for like a day and a half, 2 days, and I saw a couple different things, and I finally found one solution that works. And it is right here. It is eye relief. No, I'm joking. But it is inside of this bottle. This is a bottle that I'm using to hold my special concoction. So what I have inside of here is shampoo mixed with apple cider vinegar. This stuff is amazing. Now what it does is it neutralizes odors, right? Think about it like almost like baking soda or something like that. And it actually acts as an antibacterial. Now, I originally tried it as just like a wash, like I washed my hair in apple cider vinegar, and it didn't work. So I was kind of bummed. But what I did discover is this. I thought, okay. So maybe there's something inside of the base, like it's a buildup that needs to eat away. That the apple cider vinegar needs to eat away. So how can I find a way for apple cider vinegar, which is not viscous, which means that it's very liquid, right? It's like water, it'll just wash right off. How can I get it to stay on my scalp or on my the base of my unit? So what I devised is combining shampoo with apple cider vinegar, right? Go in the shower. Now wash your hair, do your regular thing, right? Let the water run down right here and let your comb through your hair. Maybe use like shampoo at first to make sure it's all straight and get all the tangles out. Now what you do is you combine the apple cider vinegar with the shampoo and you create this, you mix it up, right? And then I like to use this right here because I can control it. It's got a little squeeze tab right here. And I run it along my head like this right here. And I actually sud it up, right? I sud it up, and I know we're not supposed to do much of this right here, but I do a little scrunching right here so that way it can get down to the skin of the unit, to the poly itself. And I let it actually sit there. At that point, I get out of the shower once it's all steady and it's sitting on my head, and I wash myself off, right? And I like dab myself with a towel, and then I go do something for an hour. I let it sit for an hour. And then once that happens, what I do is I immediately go back in the shower and I begin washing it off. I apply a little bit more shampoo, and you'll probably need a little bit more water and shampoo to get it loose, because it'll kind of like bonded. Not bonded, that's not the right word, but just from it being in your hair, it solidifies a little bit. So you wash it out, right, and you start doing the whole hair thing, right, like where you use the comb and you straighten it out. Now I'm running a day and a half. I've worked out once without any smell issues. Since I've done this, my unit has smelled fantastic. I didn't have any smelling problems at the gym, as if it was like, because the heat tends to exacerbate it and just make it irradiates the smell more. So I've had no issues with this ever since I did it, which I'm super excited about, right? Like I feel like I just unlocked like the next like level up in a video game when it comes to like hair systems, because I like to infuse a little bit of like philosophy and like motivation and confidence talking to all of these videos. But if I'm wearing a hair system, like I don't want something taking away my confidence now, like a smell. Like people are very, very particular about smells, and I didn't want to have anything like that like bothering people, you know what I mean? I didn't want it to be something that would detract people from wanting to be around me, but even more so, like I didn't want to be aware of that. It's not a good feeling when you smell. So what I did seemed to work, and if you guys want to know a little bit about it, little bit more about it, I can actually make a video about how I mix this stuff together, the right proportions, all of this kind of stuff. And I can actually do a video, probably me inside the shower. It's not gonna be all fancy, it's not gonna look super nice, but it'll probably give you a little bit more detail about how I go about doing this. That way you can do it yourself on your own time and save yourself money, because, you know, yes, I believe 100% that you need to make sure that your unit is in fact clean, right? Now, some people believe that you need to get your unit taken off every 2 weeks because of cleanliness. I don't know if that's true yet. I don't know. It might be. But the smell issue to me was causing me to think, okay, maybe that is true. But I was able to take it away simply by using this solution. So if your unit is staying on and staying strong, and you know that you can go 3-4 weeks and everything is okay, everything's kosher, you know, you could be saving yourself even more money or more time reinstalling your systems, which is super exciting, right? Because like the more that we can just set it and forget it, the more accessible it becomes, and the more our life is unaffected, which is ultimately the point of this all, is that we can go about our normal lives, and we can do our normal stuff. Like I can go to CrossFit, I can go to the gym, I can go sweat a lot, I can go live my life, I can hang out with a beautiful girl and, you know, do things, you know, and I feel like this is just another hack for us to go about and live our lives in a cool way. So guys, once again, thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video.